What's going on, guys? In this video today, I'm going to show you how I like to make my land-based shark fishing leaders. Now there's many different variations of how people like to make these leaders. Some people like using 19 wires, some people like using cable wires, some people like using 600-pound mono, some people like using over 1,000-pound mono. Some people like to crimp, some people like to tie. Everybody has their differences when it comes to these leaders. I got some sand right there. So let's go ahead and dive right into it and show you what you're going to need for my land-based shark fishing leaders. Alright guys, first thing you'll need is of course wire leader or wire cable. I like using coated cable. It's easy to work with in my opinion. This is 700 pounds. I have about 5 feet, 5.5 feet wire cable. I got my my crimps. Got some aluminum crimps. This is for mono. You always want to use aluminum crimps for mono. You don't want to use that for your steel. And I got my copper crimps here for my cable. You always want to use copper. This will slip on mono. This will slip in the cable. Gotta just have a little snap swivel. I think these are 12-aught swivels, very heavy duty. I got them from Shark Fishing Worldwide. And of course, gonna need your hook. Now, alright, now Gulf Coast Nation got me on these Sandbar Tackle 24-aught hooks. These hooks right here are the bee's knees now. Haven't missed a hookup yet, knock on wood. That wasn't wood, but close enough. They're 24-aught, but look at that gap. That gap is something fierce, which is intends for a real good hook set. Plus, if you really look at the eye right here, let me see if I get it to focus. Eyes welded shut too, which I like. Next thing you're gonna need, we got some 1,000-pound mono. Of course, a good pair of crimpers. Maybe something to cut wire with. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Grab my cable, grab my 2 copper crimps. Now it's important to use copper, like I said in the beginning. Go ahead and slide these 2 on. I like using 2. Go ahead and grab my swivel. Using a heavy duty swivel, man. You want to make sure these leaders are tight, done right. Now some people like doing the what do you call it, offshore loop. Some people just like going straight and crimping it tight. I don't mind doing offshore loop. I think it looks good. You don't have to. Like I say, you know, shark leaders are like everybody else, each their own. But if you watch, all you do is make a loop here. Go in once, twice, bring it back through the hole. And draw it in tight. Just pull on the tag in, and it sucks it in nice and tight. Take your first crimp and go to bring it as close as you can in. Once you get it nice, close as in you can. That's how it looks with the swivel. First crimp. Get your crimpers. You want to make sure you match it up to the right hole. So this is going to be the 3rd one. Now, it's very important when you crimp these, you want to do it as even as possible. So you want to look at the edge of your crimps and make sure you got it even, because these crimps, you can only crimp it once because it's so big. So I slide my crimp in there, like so. Alright, almost even. And that's a lot harder one person. Now that I got it nice and even, let's see if I can get it focused for you guys. See how the equal sides are coming out both sides? Got it down, go ahead and crimp. Got it crimped. Pop it open. Oh, there goes the camera. Sorry. Technical difficulties. But when you see it crimped, now look here. It's not focusing yet. See it focus on this yellow part. Okay, you see this crimp, how it's these edges right here? They're flared out. You want that flared out just like that. You don't want to crimp on each edge because that's going to end up digging in the wire. It's going to make it a lot weaker. So you want to make sure when you crimp, the edges are flared out. Now I'm going to find a picture. I'm going to post it right here and show you what a bad ones look like. And this is what a good one's supposed to look like. So remember that when you're crimping. Now with the second one, this is just to make it look pretty. I mean, it's going to be in a shark's mouth anyways. But this is you know, for peace of mind, I like to twist this piece of wire up just like this, and put my other crimp in, and just want to push it in when the edge is just poking out the end of the crimp. That way it won't get hung up on grass or anything. And do the same thing. Gonna put this bad boy down. Make sure it's even. Now remember, I'm doing this by myself, so it's a little difficult. Alright, now it's got even sides on both sides. Crimp. Some strong crimper. As you can see, my camera going crazy. Pop that off. There you have it. That's the swivel end of the cable leader. Now we're gonna go down to the other end. Do the same thing with the sandbar 24 hour. First thing, the same thing I did with the other one. Add 2 crimps, copper crimps, of course. Remember copper. I'm gonna say that throughout the video. Another one. 2 down. Now, some people say crimp real tight, or do an offshore loop. Like I said, it's all professional. It's all personal preference. What I eventually do is I take electrical tape or heat shrink, and I wrap from the eye of the hook to the leader here, just to make it sit, sit tight, just like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do an offshore loop. You don't have to do this. This is just the way I do it. Pull tight. There it is. Take your first crimp. Slide it on in. Got it slid down. Once I got it slid down, get these bad boy crimpers again. Got them crimped in, and crimp. Sorry about the camera shaking. Now see how the edges are flared out? That's exactly what you want. Now I'm going to wrap this one nice and tight, just like I did the swivel end. I'm going to do the same thing. Stick that crimp in and just have the edge pretty much flush, so I don't get caught or anything. It'll be a nice clean look. And we crimp. Crimped. Back down over there. Now we got this bad boy, nice crimp, flared out even, 24-aught sandbar, 700-pound coated wire leader, 5-6 feet, all the way to a 12-aught swivel with another offshore knot. Now I'm gonna put this over here. Now we're gonna get our 1,000-pound mono. All right, guys. Next step is attaching your mono leader to your wire. I like using 1,000-pound mono or more. Some people like using 600 pounds. Some people like going overboard 1,000. The reason I like using 1,000-pound mono is, like, when you're leading that fish, this is easy to grip and pull it in. If you do anything less, like 600 pound, and that shark decides to take off, and now you have that wrapped around your forearm or your hand, it's gonna hurt very badly. So now, you grab the end of your mono, I'm gonna take a razor blade. I'm gonna cut it at an angle. If I can. You could go ahead and cut your mono at an angle. It just slides through the sleeves a lot better. Again, slide down 2. And you remember you want to use aluminum sleeves for your mono leader. Now some say you go and clip it on there, but I'm gonna do the offshore loop just because I like it and it looks cool, and I haven't had a problem with it. 2, like I say, you can go through there, go ahead and do your 1 knot already, focus that up, go 1 more time in, and go back through the swivel, the hole, just like that. And you want to go and pull tight, like so. There you go. Take your first crimp, let it go all the way down. You want to crimp that. Now this crimp's a little, this is bigger, it's a little harder to do. It's longer, so you're gonna crimp it twice in the middle, one here on each side, but you don't want to hit the edge at all, because these crimps, if they pinch down on the edge, they could cut the mono or could cause failure in the leader. You don't want that, especially when you hook up to a shark of a lifetime. It'll make you cry. So you're gonna put that right on the edge and crimp it right here. Down goes Fraser. Okay, see, I got it right on the edge. Right here, you can see. So you're gonna crimp it twice. I'm going to crimp it. That's 1 crimp. Now you want to slide it down 1. Crimp it 1 more time. Okay. And the end results look like that. You got both ends flared out. That way you have nothing able to cut your mono, and you can pull all you want and test it out. Now take your other one. You're gonna do the same thing you do what you do with the mono, what you do with your wire leader. Is you're gonna want to go ahead and twist it up. Twist up as tight as you want. It's fine. And poke it through there, and go ahead and crimp down on that too. Alright, it's gonna look like that. Alright, now that we got our mono attached to a hook, go ahead and sock it in all through this mono. I got about 30 feet, give or take a foot or so. I didn't exactly measure it, but I went 5 arc lengths times. It's about 30 feet, 25 feet. Alright guys, this is the end of the swivel that ties to your main line. Got my swivel, offshore loop, aluminum crimp, focus, twist it up to my other aluminum crimp, where it's flush right here. Got it crimped with the edges flared out so it won't cut your mono. You can take some electrical tape, clean it up a little bit if you like, but I'm going to show you how I like to tape up my hook so it doesn't get all floppy and everything. Or you need some electrical tape or some heat shrink, whatever you prefer. This is it. Now I guess color doesn't really matter. Well, it might matter to some people. It doesn't really matter to me. So I don't want to tape too much of it. I'll probably tape from about 1 inch above the swivel. So I take my tape. Just make sure it's nice and tight. You want it tight. Now sometimes you're gonna have to redo this after a couple uses if you ain't catch a shark on it. If your lead ain't frayed up, but I go all the way down. And tight. Go around the offshore loop. Go on the eye of the hook. Just make sure it's straight where you want it to be. Go and get the shank. Make it tight if you want. Tight as possible. Oh, I got pierced by that 24-aught. It happens. Let's go all the way down. Try to make sure all the edges are knocked down. Take a knife, cut it. This way it's nice and tight. Heat shrink if you like, or electrical tape. Heat shrink probably does work a little better than electrical tape, but this is sturdy enough. You can go a couple more times around and make it more sturdy. But this is how I make my shark leaders. You know, like I said in the beginning, everybody does them differently. Everybody has their own opinions. But my best advice to you is to see how everybody else does them, and you do the way you think is the best way. All with trial and error. As long as that shark is caught fast and released healthy, that's all that matters in my opinion. There it is. That's how I like to make my land-based shark fishing leader. All you gotta do is attach your weight. If you got any questions how I attach my weight, comment below and I'll be happy to tell you. But appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for some more shark fishing videos coming up, and some kayak fishing, of course. I plan to go offshore here soon. We got the storms coming in the Gulf. But thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody's support. Peace.